Before we get into this video, I just want to let you guys know I've uploaded a video exclusively for the patrons of this channel over on patreon.com/traplordross because I made a video on Chicago's terrifying switch problem before realizing that the entire video completely went against YouTube's community guidelines to do with firearms. It's a super interesting video, it's quite dangerous, and it turns out you literally cannot even talk about switches on YouTube. So it's over there on patreon.com/traplordross if you want to go and watch that video. It's pretty good, check it out, I recommend it. But anyway, Trapmore Gang, this week has been a busy week in the rap game, particularly because one of my favorite rappers out here, the god of emotional, violent, down south, booming music, singing, he's like the emo, gangster rap god, it's NBA Youngboy released a new project called Colors, and I was very pleased to receive it, okay? I'm a big NBA Youngboy fan. Whenever Youngboy drops a project, I drop what I'm doing and I give that bish a listen. However, the unfortunate truth is, not everybody is as big of a Youngboy fan as your boy Trapmore Ross. You see, it all started when a snippet of this song released. A track called Bring the Hook, the first mixtape off of NBA Youngboy's Colors projects. I don't know if this is an album or a mixtape. I think it might be a mixtape because they're talking about his album's coming in 6 months. I can't wait for that. But anyway, this track ruffled a lot of feathers in the rap/drill music community because of a couple of spicy lines referring to deceased rapper King Von. If you didn't know, King Von unfortunately lost his life following an altercation with one of the rappers signed to NBA Youngboy's label, Quando Rondo, with Quando and Von getting into a fist fight, and that fist fight being duly ended by one of Quando's homeboys, Lil Tim, who jumped out of a truck, firing a gun straight at King Von. This was a sad situation. It left a lot of rap fans and drill fans in Chicago mourning, as well as a host of King Von's friends, collaborators, and fans angry about what had happened and itching for some sort of get back following their favourite rapper's life being taken. Now, ever since this whole shit show played out, it's been nothing but tension between Von's side, and we're mainly talking about the likes of Lil Durk and other Chicago rappers aligned with Von, and NBA Youngboy's side, including Quando Rondo and their whole affiliated camp. But that tension boiled over into a full-blown goddamn muscle cramp after this song released because of these lyrics. In fact, there were a whole bunch of lyrics, okay? Because in this song, Youngboy says, "We be them MFing grave diggers, pallbearers, bring your body to the grave, we leave him slayed, N-word. It ain't an open casket, we left his mother effing brain missing." So he starts the song off saying that him and his goons are straight killers. Very menacing stuff, but the worst is yet to come. "Them hollows, you can smell it through the city we polluting. Don't aim it, you just shoot it. Like Chief Sosa say, better get your ass up out of here, you want a man." Now look, he's saying that they're shooting hollow tip bullets throughout the city, and then he drops a shout out to Chief Keef, who, if you didn't know, hails from O Block, just like King Von. So you can tell that Youngboy is gearing up for a sideswipe against his deceased rival, and things are about to get very spicy. It's the start of verse 2 where things get very disrespectful, because Youngboy says, "This is that Squid Game, O Block pack get rolled up, murder what they told us, Atlanta boy get fold up." So look, O Block pack get rolled up. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? He's saying that they're smoking on that Von, they're smoking on that O Block pack, they're smoking on people from O Block. Very disrespectful. Going on to say, "Murder what they told us, Atlanta boy get fold up." Atlanta is of course where Von lost his life in this altercation. But there's more to come. He says, "And I know I keep that murder bag right on him, leave a toe tag inside the freezer where them people put before they stitch his ass." Now the references towards toe tags leaving people inside of a freezer before they get stitched up is obviously an offensive reference to what happens after you get killed. You get sent to the morgue, you get put in a freezer, and chances are an autopsy will be performed on the body where it will be cut open and stitched up. But this line goes so much more deeper and more disrespectful than that, people, because in case you didn't know, after King Von was killed in this altercation, some absolute demonic soul working, I guess, in the Atlanta morgue leaked a photograph of King Von's dead body in the morgue with stitches on display. Now obviously I'm not going to show you this image, but it's out there, it's floating around, and just the fact that NBA Youngboy would reference this is a whole new level of disrespect. I mean, I swear not a month goes by that a drill rapper doesn't take things to an entire new level of disrespect and just completely blow my mind. I mean, it's crazy, it's a crazy reference. I mean, Youngboy needs to get praying basically if he wants any chance of getting into heaven after all this shit. So anyway, obviously this song with these incendiary references made a whole lot of waves in the drill music community, and it didn't take long before people started reacting to this. Chicago rapper rapper Lil Reese gave his 2 cents on the situation, saying NBA Youngboy isn't on any kind of demon time, he's just rapping like all of these other rappers rap. With this being followed by NLE Chopper apparently co-signing Lil Reese's comments. Now, it didn't take long after these comments for NLE Chopper to apparently be caught in the crossfire, but not by NBA Youngboy or his team himself, but an NBA Youngboy fan who apparently caught NLE Chopper lacking at the airport and proceeded to give him a 3-piece fist combo. But anyway, apparently OTF affiliate Mimo600 also weighed in, calling NBA Youngboy an informant and suggesting that they shouldn't be beefing with NBA Youngboy because he's straight out of the feds, having only recently been released from jail under quite favourable terms, with the suggestion this whole thing may just be a trap to get Chicago rappers locked up. But one of the biggest and most significant responses came a little bit later, with Lil Durk posting a picture alongside of a mural to King Von, along with the caption, "Don't claim it if you ain't do it, you still a bitch, #The Voice." Now, this comment kind of annoyed me a little bit, because if Lil Durk's gonna talk about don't claim it if you ain't do it, then I'm gonna have to take issue with a little song called Should Have Ducked, where Lil Durk appears to frequently claim the murder of Chicago rapper FBG Duck, claiming numerous times that he's smoking on Duck and Tuka. And while it is indeed the case that FBG Duck was allegedly murdered by a number of people affiliated with Lil Durk, having frequently been pictured with them on social media, if Durk feels he can disrespect Duck because his friends are responsible for taking his life, then I guess by that same logic, NBA Youngboy is entitled to take credit for what happened to Von because it happened at the hands of his friends. I'm not condoning any of this behaviour, I'm just saying I thought it was interesting that Durk put that out there, considering the circumstances around this whole thing. But regardless, the sentiment put out there by Lil Durk was echoed by a number of people, including O-Block affiliate Boss Top and NBA Youngboy's top op Fredo Bang, who is known to regularly associate with Lil Durk. But things would only heat up from there, because in a now viral photograph that NBA Youngboy posted to his Instagram, he appeared to spell out a message for Lil Durk with US currency, sending the message in $100 bills, "You N-words gon' die," followed by another slightly ominous message reading, "Stay safe." Now, it didn't take long for Lil Durk to clap back to this himself with a post using money to spell out a response, the rebellious message of "Hurry your bitch ass up." Now, since this has happened, it's become quite the trend for people to spell out stuff with money on social media to send a message to their ops, although this is a practice that's been going on for quite some time. Thing is though, a few days after this, the actual project Colors dropped in its entirety, and it turns out that there were yet even more references to that King Von incident contained within this album, particularly the song called No Switch, which I gotta say is one of the hardest songs on the album, a track that includes more specific references to that Von incident. Now, the song's title, No Switch, is obviously a reference to switches. Like I told you at the start of this video, I actually made a little video about switches, but even talking about them is against YouTube's community guidelines, so I can't really get into that. In simple and hopefully not demonetizable terms, a switch is a device that turns a handgun from shooting like pew pew into a handgun that shoots like I can't say much more than that, but they're very popular in Chicago. Go watch my video on Patreon if you want to learn more about them. But the song's title is a reference to this, and Youngboy starts his first verse with the line, "All these people talking about them switches, Chopper came automatic." Obviously a reference to the fact that switches are very popular in Chicago, but NBA Youngboy's from Baton Rouge, where they're getting busy with those automatic choppers. He starts his verse by saying, "Paul Breras, bring your body to the grave, don't do no missing with these K's, and that's on Dave." Now, I'm pretty sure that's a reference to like the way that King Von frequently would end sentences by saying "on King David." That's something that Black disciples in Chicago do a lot as a reference to one of the early pioneers of the gang, David Barksdale. And Youngboy follows up that line with the lyric, "Don't give a fuck about where you from, we'll leave you slumped, and that's on dump." So he's saying he doesn't care if you're from Chicago, we will still kill you, and he is swearing on the life of one of his fallen brothers, Dump. But it's in verse 2 where things get very specific, because Youngboy says they don't want to see Lil Tim jump from out that truck. Lil Tim is Quando Rondo's homeboy that shot King Von dead. And then he says they know Quando rolling like them 60s, Buck he put you up, a reference to Quando Rondo's affiliations with the rolling 60s Crips. And if that wasn't bad enough, he ends the song with a little outro claiming that his crew are some rapper slayers. They're rapper slayers. I mean, I can't deny what he's saying, but my god, is that bold. This song is actually one of the most diabolical diss, response, drill type songs that I've heard in a long time, especially for NBA Youngboy, who, if I'm honest, over the past few years, despite frequent references to violence in his music, has been a lot more frequently making kind of pain music, talking about his own emotions, the troubles and difficulties in his life, and it appears that at least in this song or a couple of songs on this project, Youngboy is going full on demon time. Frankly, the tensions in hip-hop between Chicago, Baton Rouge, and just basically anyone affiliated with Youngboy or Lil Durk, everyone's picking a side, and things are getting very scary. Now, I really hope that everybody can just calm down, keep making music, not talking about being a rapper slayer. I love NBA Youngboy's music. regardless of him talking that shit. I'm a massive Youngboy fan, and I don't need to hear him talking about drilling people or slaying my favorite other rapper to vibe out to a Youngboy song. Same goes for Lil Durk. I don't need to hear you talking about shoulda ducked, you smoking this person, that person, all this shit. Slap the auto-tune on, laugh now, cry later, all of that good stuff. Durk, Youngboy, can't we all just get along? It's probably not possible after everything that's happened, but man, things are heating up in the rap game. It's getting a bit spooky. Who knows what's going to happen next? What do you guys think? Do you think that the NBA Youngboy Lil Durk beef is going to die down anytime soon? Do you think somebody's going to get hurt out of this? Or do you think that this could be some smart marketing? I've got to say, I was a little bit surprised that Lil Durk even responded, spelling the stuff out with money, posting on social media, because in a way, he kind of played into NBA Youngboy's marketing plan for his Colors project. For the past few days, everybody on hip-hop social media has been talking about this project. They've been talking about the Durk and Youngboy beef. You can't get away from it, and frankly, it's all been amazing promo for the project. The project is pretty good. I would suggest you give it a listen. Hopefully we get new music from Durk soon, but who knows what's going to happen. Hope you enjoyed that video and that breakdown. Don't forget patreon.com/traplordross if you want to see my video about Chicago's terrifying switch problem. Let me know what you thought of it over there, and until next time, people, I appreciate you. Gang, gang, gang. Trap more gang. Peace out.